Hi, people of Earth. My name is Erica Williams, and I am a mental health and suicide prevention advocate, have been for a few years now. And I am a storyteller. I'm a creative weirdo. I'm a cosplayer, a fashion time traveler, and probably a real life cartoon character. Um, I am also a co-founder and team member of the up-and-coming Cosplay for Hope, along with my friend April and my friends Megan and Jen, as we are still trying to get things going in that avenue. I have depression, and I also have lived experience, and I still struggle with suicidal thoughts and ideation, and I still hit very low lows. And I'm still here. I have this brain bully, is what I consider it. And I know I'm not alone in that, in telling me negative things. Why am I here? Who are you? Nobody wants you around. You've screwed it up. You are the worst person on earth. My brain tells me that more often than I tell people. And I go through these symptoms of anger, irritability, sadness, and a lot of times emptiness. And it's actually really painful when there is nothing to be felt. Just to feel something would be something. One of the other symptoms I get is sensory overload. And so when I retreat somewhere, I end up usually in my closet. So I bring you here with me today. So you can see me in my space when I am trying to get in that moment of recovery mode. Nobody talked about depression or mental health while I was growing up. It was a taboo subject. So the day that I was planning my funeral, or actually the couple times I was planning my funeral, the day that my brain told me that I was chronically mediocre in everything, I would never fit in, and that being a weirdo was not good enough. It was that day that I wanted to remove myself from the world so it would move along better without me. So I wrote no note because I didn't think people would care that I was gone. I think they would have had a sense of relief, is what my brain told me. Yet I woke up, and it wasn't until a stressful job and a downward spiral and a by chance doctor's appointment that I forgot that I made that I got a depression diagnosis that came 13 years after my suicide attempt. I still get low lows. I still get very empty from time to time. What I do in the meantime is I try to live life to the fullest. I celebrate everything that I possibly can that is worth celebrating. And like being here. Life is worth celebrating. And if you are feeling that low, you start to feel that struggle. We all, I know, because I sense you. I know that. When you get that low, it becomes such a heavy burden that you don't want to hand it to somebody else. So it's so heavy you just want to implode. I know. I'm there more often than I like to admit out loud to people because I don't want to share that burden. But I have a great support system that helps me through that, and they see it, and they see the signs that I display, which is really good. Another thing that I try to do is I go back to using those arts that I was involved with, the theater, the dance, the poetry, the just speaking about it. I use my theater background. And by using that, and by using the arts, so like brain aid, um, really using the music to be able to speak to our brains, to bring us together, to connect, is actually such an amazing thing. And if you're struggling right now, I have some words to share with you. First, you are worth tomorrow's sunrise. Need you to keep going. Wake up with me tomorrow and see tomorrow's sunrise. And then do it again. And then do it again. Make a goal with somebody to always go somewhere for something. And I know it's really hard in these times right now. But there's always some kind of meetup, like virtually, like we are doing today. Or buy that ticket to that show, or if it's online, to that panel, to that next, even if it's a socially, I don't like that term, but physically distanced event. Get there. I know we like having the connection with people, and some don't. And for some people, this has worked very well, and others, it has been a very stressful, overly isolated time. A lot of times we like to be isolated, but we should not have to stay that way. Find something in that brings you a little bit of joy. Part of what we do at Cosplay for Hope is really encourage the fandoms that you're part of, because we know that you connect to them. Whether it's a storyline, a character, the actor, something that is going on in there, a relationship that's happening, or a relationship struggle, the struggle that is happening, whether it's in a book, a comic book, a video game, a movie, a TV show, whatever that is, if it makes your heart happy, and if it brings you that connection, and it brings out a feeling in there, that's a great coping mechanism to have. And especially if you need that time to go back, it's coming. You just need that knowledge that it's coming next. You can go back and keep watching that. It's that continuity, sometimes that little bit of nostalgia, and a little bit of structure for you. Use that. Meet the actors if you can. Send them a note of encouragement. Sometimes, not always, you'll get encouragement back. And what happens with these fandoms is you end up finding family, and you feel that connection, whether it's online, whether it's in person. We prefer in person, of course, but sometimes it's got to be like this. It's the same way through music, through theater, and through a lot of the other arts. It's that connection that we make, and it's that song. It's that moment. It's that riff. It's that lyric. It's the singer. It's the guitarist. It's the drummer. Any of those things that you feel a connection to, maybe it's their story that connects to yours. Maybe it just helps you feel something, helps you remember something. The arts are a big deal. Brain Aid is a big deal. Your brain is a big deal. You are a big deal. This world needs you. This world needs you here. And you bring your own music to this world. And I can't wait to see what else that you bring. And I need you to stick around and stay, because you don't know who else you will connect with, who else you will meet. And I thank Stephen Kramer so much for giving me this moment in time through Brain Aid to lend my voice as well. I see you. I hear you. I am you. I love you. Stay.